Alright guys, so what we got here is we have a brand new Lodge 10 1/4 inch skillet. And this is not mine. This belongs to a friend of mine, Doogie, who bought it for somebody for Christmas. Because he's got one like it at his house that they actually absolutely love using it. So he was going to get them their own. Now the problem with the Lodge is that the new ones, they are all a very rough surface on them. They're not machined down smooth, and personally I grew up with the smooth bottomed cast iron pans, cooking with them, the old classic and old Lodges, Wagner's, BSR's, Griswold, and everything. So for me, it's a personal preference. Some people don't mind the textured bottom on it. I've used them. I just don't like it. Part of my problem is, one, it's not what I'm used to. Okay, so I like staying in my comfort zone when I'm cooking. Two, I use all metal utensils when I'm cooking. And to me, hearing it scrape against this textured surface when I'm stirring up making a roux, or I'm scraping something, you know, moving something around with a metal spatula, or doesn't matter. To me, hearing it and feeling it through the metal utensil is kind of like having fingernails on a chalkboard. It just gives me the heebie-jeebies, you know, and it takes all the enjoyment out of cooking. And cooking's not always enjoyable, but why make it more miserable for myself? You know, I do enjoy cooking, but on occasion it's more of a chore than it is pleasure. But anyway, what we're going to do is, I already have a video up. It's one of my highest watched videos of sanding one of these down smooth, and that was just with a regular old drill and a sanding disc. This one, I'm going to be using an angle grinder and a flapper disc, and I'll show that all to you when I get everything set up here. So yeah, stay tuned. We're out in the shed, and I'm just gonna sand this down, and then I'll get another spiel going on why I did. I might even break this video up into 2 or 3 videos, one long one, and then, you know, a couple where I'm just babbling. Alright y'all, so welcome back to Sidewynders Shed. We're getting ready to sand this Lodge cast iron 10 1/4 inch skillet, and we're using a angle grinder, yes, with the guard gone and the triggers broke on it and everything else, but it's what I have. And it's got a flapper disc on it, and it's a used one. If this don't work out, I think I have another new one. And no, I was looking for the grit. I don't know what grit it is, but let's see how this works. It's been a couple of years since I've done this, so that's one of the reasons why I don't mind using a used flapper either, because if you're not careful, this will put big gouges in the pan. Yeah, we're getting there. But I do think I am going to go see if I have a little bit better one, because that one will work, but it's going to take a little bit longer. But we're making progress. I'll bring you right back. Nope, the only other one I have is a 36 grit. And I think that might be a little bit too much. So we'll just keep working with this one. Okay. Now we're going to call that done for the bottom. The sides, are going to be a little bit more difficult. I don't have all the proper sandpaper. But the sides, you can still do this by hand. It just takes some time. And so that is the part that I'm probably going to pause this video right now, for the simple fact that I'm still using my phone and I don't have that much memory on it. But yeah, I will sit here and knock down the ridges now on the sides, even on my own. Again, I'm just knocking down most of the bumps on it. It is not going to be perfect, but we'll give it some time here and work it out. And I'll get back to you in a few minutes and I'll let you know how long it took me.
Nope, I'm John, but close.
Alrighty, welcome back. Anyway, this is, I was just telling my brother-in-law, out of all the pans I've done, this has got to be one of the worst castings I've ever encountered from Lodge. And that's not to disparage them, because I mean, Lodge is about the best bang for the buck you're going to get. It's still a good pan. But I will tell you what, there are some, yeah, I'm sweating my ass off here. There are some major casting problems with this. Anyway, I already did the best I could. Thankfully, you know, we weren't going for a mirror finish, and we're not going for looks. We're going for usability. But my God, I have restored rusty old pans that didn't have as many pock marks in it from the casting as this one does, and they weren't as deep. Some of these, believe it or not, to get it really smooth, I don't even know if you'd ever be able to, but some of these in here are over 20 thousandths of an inch deep, and that might not sound like a whole lot, but that's a whole lot when you're talking about taking metal off. But anyway, we're going to call that good, and I'll bring you back on the next one. Yeah, total time spent on it to get it this way, where it's actually smooth on the bottom. Like I said, there's a couple of little 1, 2, 3, 4 deep little pock marks in it, but that's the best I'm going to get with this pan. And yeah, so I spent about an hour and 15 minutes on it. Normally, I can get a pan looking like this in about 5 minutes, but like I said, this is one of the worst castings I have ever seen from Lodge. Alright guys, I'll bring you back.